Performing at the Irvine Improv Thursday and Sunday. Thursday through Sunday, September 4th and 4th. September 1st and 4th. Tickets are like $20, real easy, and it's well worth it. Aries Spears is on the Cruz Show this morning. There he is.
Back in the building.
Back at it, bro. Last time you were here, it was a hit, my G.
Man. Yeah, I had a good time, man. Y'all are crazy up in here. Yeah, it's all
we
good.
leveled up with a bar for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
You want some white Hennessy?
Oh my God.
That's some exclusive stuff right there.
Do they really have white Hennessy?
There's white Hennessy. It's not sold here. Kid Ink brought that for us. He got it in the Dominican Republic.
You know what? I never knew they made strawberry Kit Kats till I was at Power 106 back when you know who was here, and he hooked me up with some. Every time I come to this building, I find out about the whiter version of something black. So they got white Hennessy, strawberry Kit Kats.
There's green tea Kit Kats too.
My goodness. I might have to sample some of that.
My man, Aries Spears, man, you're a legend, my G. The voices you can do.
I wish.
People are amazed by how you can sound just like Hove, just like DMX, just like LL Cool J.
Jeez, you have a roster.
Mutation. It's like the X-Men. That's my thing. But look, man, I've been fortunate to be blessed to be able to do something like that. And,
man.
There are cats out there, man, that do some things better than me. I envy my man Jay Farrow, that his Will Smith, his Chris Tucker, he do Kevin Hart.
His Jay-Z goes on a little too long, I think, but who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, as a fan.
There's certain things I would tighten up and wouldn't do, but nonetheless, man, the boy is an animal, man.
Do you try to practice any of those?
I can't. Listen, I don't let my ego get in the way. If I can't do it, I can't do it.
My man.
And I always say, impressions is like having an ear for music, tone, inflection, voice pattern, rhythm. It's like hitting a note.
Yes.
So sometimes you could in your own speaking voice hear where you go, I'm in pocket or I'm not in pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But you're not spitting their verses. You're writing original verses.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. With the rappers, I kind of felt like in order to take that to another level, because one of my favorite clips is Jamie Foxx on YouTube, and I think this was kind of his first stand-up special called In the Foxhole. And towards the end, he does this piano bit where he does Babyface, Prince, and Luther singing the Brady Bunch theme.
That's so tough to pull off, man.
He captures everybody's cadence, style. So I thought, if you're going to do the rappers, it's one thing to sound like them. But if you can write lyrics to where you listen to it and go, that's something that person would say, that takes it to another level. Because when I was doing Biggie, I was like, yo, if you're going to do big, you lyrically, you got to make people
have
go,
to bring it.
That's a Biggieism. You know what I mean? Like when I was doing Big, and I got to admit, I wish I had the voice a lot more. When I do Biggie, I probably sound more like Shine. But when I wrote the lyrics, it was like, Biggie baby delivers, cold like the shivers, talk slick shit, spit game is vicious, malicious, how I roll through you like a cancer, duck, speak, bleak, talk about your chances, seem to work slow, the chemo, flesh to the bone marrow, life window narrow, feeling sorrow, fuck beef, make peace with your priest at least, nigga think about tomorrow, Papa, sponsor, Biggie B done dropped you, Chris keep it real, keep it frank like Sinatra. So it's like just, just lyrically.
That's that Biggie vibe, though, you know what I mean?
Vibe, though.
Yeah. So where do you go from there? Do you make yourself nasally? I know there's a certain cadence there as well that you have to capture.
Well, again,
and there's a lot of breath in there, right?
Well, again, like for DMX, everything is gravity. Dog, you know what I mean? You're talking the rhythm. You know what I mean? Talking the rhythm. Sometimes the rhythm could be fast. Sometimes I slow it down.
Right. Almost like a preacher, right?
When he's the preacher, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he's preaching, like when he's on stage, it's all. But when I talk to the Lord, everything that I do, you've been there for me. Everything that I see, you've been there for me. So it's and
Does DMX ever go to McDonald's? And what does he order?
Yo, dog, let me get a number 4, a number 8, a number 2, a number 6, and combine a number 7 and a number 4. I've been doing crack all day. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I'm eat it all.
Too soon.
Worked up an appetite.
Aries Spears is here, man. You got to catch him at the Irvine Improv, man. You can get tickets now, man. I'm telling you, man, like $20, and it's so worth it, man.
Yeah, Irvine, it's a great club. They remodeled and everything.
They take care of you?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do comedians get taken care of? They get a car for you? Is there like a bag of chips waiting for you in the green room? What's going on?
You have a writer still.
Well, on the road, you get all the amenities, but here at home, I live an hour from Irvine, so I drive every night. When I'm in town, I like to sleep in my own bed.
That's right.
But on the road, you can pick up town car, stay in a 5-star hotel.
Love that.
Drink free, eat for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like your type of life, Todd. Todd loves that life.
Every now and then you get laid. It's
Okay, That's beautiful.
then.
That's
Bonus.
beautiful, right?
Yeah.
What do you take home? Like a waitress from the club?
No, never shit where you eat, baby.
Right. Right.
Some of the staff be banging, but
Yeah. So what do you do?
I just
And everyone loves a funny guy.
Well, yeah, it's an aphrodisiac
Make
humor.
some calls.
I let it come to me, but look, man, I'm 41. I'm not out for the chase. I'm looking for wounded deer.
Oh my god.
Straggler.
Why?
I'm too old for the chase.
Wounded deer.
Yo, listen, I need a woman with a limp. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a damn about your birthday, what your favorite color is.
Yep.
I want that one walking out of the club with one heel on, one barefoot on the
Yeah,
concrete.
she's crying.
Yeah. I like a low self-esteem bitch.
Oh my god.
Right? Just like minimal to no relationship with her father, mild drug
Yeah.
habit.
Your father wasn't there for you, what? Man, let me hug you.
Yeah, come here. Next scene. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my gosh.
Hey, Aries, you have kids, right?
Yes.
Dude, I just announced I'm having my first child.
Yeah,
Can you
baby.
give me the
Congrats.
Can you give me the honesty when it comes to having children and raising children? Can you be completely honest?
You will be up every morning before dawn.
I'm gonna hate life, huh?
Yeah, you get no sleep.
Well, you usually are up before dawn because you have to be here. But
I gotta
now you
be
get
here.
to get
Well,
up even earlier.
Even earlier.
Right.
Yay
boy.
for me.
Sleep is none. But listen, I've always been maybe I'm old fashioned or maybe chauvinistic in some ways, but I don't do diapers, I don't change diapers, and I don't do mommy things.
You don't do
No,
mommy
I
things.
don't do mommy
Wow.
things.
But aren't you expected as a father to contribute in that way?
I'm paying the rent.
My man.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm making sure you need for nothing.
Let me tell you something, man.
I'm keeping clothes on your back and food in your belly. I'm doing man shit.
Yes, I like that. That's what they call in my country giving zero fucks. You know what I'm
zero.
saying? I like
Exactly.
that. I like that,
Exactly.
man. Yeah, you pay the rent, you take care. You're bringing food into the house. Why do you need to change a diaper?
I can't bring home the bacon and fry it. For real. If I bring
Hey.
it home, it's up to her to fry it.
Yeah, man. Listen, I
Yeah.
pay the bills. You cook the meals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
The lights
baby.
are on because of you.
That's
There it
right.
is, baby.
That's right, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right, man.
Yes, sir.
How's marriage coming along? Can we talk about that? I know
That
marriage,
good, huh?
right?
Is that good?
It sounds great.
You're killing it.
Life is a fight, baby. That's all I'm gonna
Life
say.
is a fight.
Life is a
Or
fight.
That
women
never
are a
ends.
fight.
Yeah.
Women can be a fight,
Women can
sure,
be a fight,
man.
too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Y'all got that thing called crazy in y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't act up and then the crazy doesn't come out. It's
True,
that easy.
very
But we
true.
act up because y'all make us.
No.
Is that
Yes.
right, Crystal?
You act up because you're weak.
That's some woman shit to say.
That's some woman ass
That's
shit
like,
to
that's like
say.
attacking your dick.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they say. That's how you came fat.
Yeah. Well, that's why it was in your ass, though.
How did I go from being a man to being weak? Come on now.
A week ago, you were blowing me all of a
Come on now.
sudden.
It takes a strong man not to throw you into a fish tank when you're bugging.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I know. Why do women go to the dick size immediately when they've been
Immediately.
fucking you
That's
for
they-
fucking 19
That's
years?
their card. That's their card.
Yeah. Well, you got a little dick anyway. Yeah, but this little dick was in your mouth and your ass everywhere.
Right. You
Yeah.
was with it for a minute.
It was a party.
And that's why you're
That's
upset
when
you're
Richard,
not.
that's why
Yeah.
that's like when Richard Pryor said, "Man, cocaine, you can't get hooked. I've been snorting 15 years. I ain't hooked. Like fucking me for 10 years. Come on, baby. You know what it is."
Yeah, you know what it is. What's up, Todd?
Speaking of Pryor, I mean, you must have been a fan of Gene Wilder too, because those guys worked together so well, and him
Yeah,
passing,
man,
that must have meant something.
They made magic together. Great comedian. I think obviously he did his best work when he was with Richard.
absolutely.
They was like Ali Frazier. They just brought the best out of each other.
Man.
But he lived a long life. He lived 83. Unfortunately, like some of these cats that go early, he had the luxury of staying around a minute. But
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yo, Aries, what do you think of new comedians?
As long as I think people put their time in,
Sure.
and I think longevity is what is respectable. I look at some of these cats on Vine and YouTube and
Instagram.
and some of these cats think they're comedians because they put together 6 seconds, and you get 15 minutes. Talk to me when you got 15 years.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. Talk to me when
longevity.
you got an hour.
Exactly. Longevity is what it's about. So I'm for anybody coming out trying to do their thing and doing it with passion and doing it properly. And I can even respect something that's 6 seconds. King Bach, if I'm saying his name right, is a beast.
Yeah. King Bach,
Batch, I'd love to work with him. But again, talk to me when you got 15 years. I've been in this game 27 years. You know what I mean? So, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back.
Do
but
it, bro.
It says something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck. Hell yeah, that says something, man.
Yeah.
How's Hollywood treating you?
Again, man, it's funny. I just did interviews on The Breakfast Club. I've done interviews on Vlad TV. And part of what kind of gets me is I'm so openly outspoken and truthful, and I'm in a business where you should bite your tongue.
Yeah.
You got to play a role and stay in a lane. So I got to learn how to do that better. And not always speak what's on my mind.
Do you want to learn to do that?
I do. My manager once said to me, "You want to be rich or you want to be right?" And I said, "Why can't I be both?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
to be rich, you even when you right, you can't be right.
Right.
You got to accept what they give you. And I would love to be able to do this on my own terms. And do it the way I see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Even in comedy, it's becoming so politically correct that you can't even talk about certain things without everybody bitching. And this is supposed to be the greatest platform for you to be able to express yourself freely however you want. When you go see a movie, there's a reason there's a rating on it.
Right.
So when you go in it, you know what you're seeing. And at the end of the day, it's all entertainment. You ain't supposed to take none of this shit seriously.
I think people, Aries, can't wait to be offended.
I agree. Here. I agree. People, this is a climate now where, people are just so wanting to be politically correct and, bullying. They like to use that word bullying. Like this new generation is moist. They are moist and wet and soft.
Yeah.
Like kids talk about being bullied. When I grew up, we used to play tackle football with no pads.
Yeah. Right, in the street.
And fuck breaking a collarbone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
Right,
played tackle with no safety.
I read
cars are out of bounds. You're
I
gonna hit
read
a homie in
something
the-
yesterday, and trust me, I don't read much, but I read something yesterday that said millennials, male millennials, are softer than their fathers.
Dude, it's true. It's true. I just, I even look at where hip hop is now, and this is where people go, oh, you sound like an old head, and back in my day. But I mean, I dare you to challenge the truth. The 90s, when we had spitters, like Hov would say, yo, New York, home of the spitters, Nas, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Biggie, Eminem, Andre 3000,
Wu-Tang.
Big Pun, Fat Joe. Hip hop just had a certain swagger. Now I'm looking at hip hop going, what's going on, man?
How do you
Young
feel about
Jock.
these new rappers?
Young Jock.
Young Jock, you see Young Jock's hair?
He about to replace the Jordan man.
Oh my God.
Are you
Yeah, I
serious?
know, right?
That's what we doing with our hair.
Yeah,
Skinny
yeah.
jeans, we wearing leggings.
Right.
Yoga pants.
Blouses in some cases.
It's moist now. It's moist.
Dude, we had Vince Staples on. He's like 23 years old, and he looked up to Bow Wow as a rapper.
Well, then there we go.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
There we go.
I had a fight with him
Or-
about Bow Wow being the best
There we
rapper.
go. If you're a rapper, and this is on biblical proportions.
Sure.
And lyrics is part of rap. If you don't know or have never listened to Biggie's Niggas Bleed, or I hope I'm saying that track right.
Yeah.
Where he tells that story. He tells that long story. It's on some Martin Scorsese movie type shit where you could just sit back, close your eyes,
And visualize it.
and everything he said seemed like a scene in a movie.
Right.
To be able to paint a picture like that so vividly and so lyrically, if you don't know that song, then you don't belong in hip hop.
A little Yachty didn't know him either.
Nah, but like Todd, you were saying, like, why do they have to know that? I mean, it's not. It's doesn't seem important to a lot of people. But you have to understand. You have to study the greats if you want to be
called doing
great.
your homework.
Yeah.
That's
It's
it,
homework.
right? Yeah.
Mike Tyson knew everything and anything about every boxer before him.
You have to.
Studied film.
I think Floyd did as well.
Knew the way they moved, knew when they did certain things, what was coming, could memorize their style. Thus, Mike was a beast. Dude, you can't just jump into this game with no history of the game or no back knowledge and expect to make a dent. You got to know something, man. You got all the people that paved the way before you allowed you to get to this point for a reason.
It's that way in comedy as well. I mean, you have to know.
Absolutely.
You have to know
Richard
George
Pryor,
Carlin
Red
bit,
Fox,
Red Fox bit, right?
Mantan Moreland, Stephen Fletcher, Moms Mabley. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You got
geez.
to know the history of these people, man.
Don
What they
Rickles.
went through, how different comedy was in the vaudeville era for black entertainers
Sure.
and during blackface. You got to know all that, man. Amos and Andy and what comedy was back then.
Right.
You got to. It's education, man.
Did you watch the VMAs?
I didn't. My TV watching is regulated to basketball, pro basketball, Real Time with Bill Maher,
Right. ESPN, maybe a little ESPN.
a little ESPN.
Top 10 joints?
Yeah, top 10 joints. I don't really watch TV. Like, all my favorite shows are like HBO shows, Sopranos, Sex and the City.
Yeah.
I'm really
Holler.
digging this Power, man.
Power.
That Power, that mini
Yeah.
porn show.
50 Cent, right?
You waiting on Narcos?
Narcos. I don't know.
Netflix,
Netflix.
man.
I'm not
So good.
Catch up on season 1, and then season 2 drops September 2nd.
Okay,
Bro.
I'll peep that.
Yeah. It's Pablo Escobar's story.
Drug lord.
So it's official, and it's
yeah.
legit. It's not cheesy or corny.
Right,
they did it
right.
right, you know?
Got you.
Hell yeah. Aries Spears is performing at the Irvine Improv.
Yes.
Get tickets now. What's the website for that, Aries? You know?
For Irvine?
Yeah.
I would just assume
I think it's irvineimprov.com.
.com.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
What's up, Todd?
I saw you tweeting about Colin Kaepernick. You weren't too happy about everyone going against him on that?
You know, this is another prime example of how there's a double standard in America. You know, if Donald Trump says America needs to be great again because there's problems, everybody applauds that. Obviously, Kaepernick is saying there's a problem in America, and now it's boo. You know what I mean? Whether you agree with what he did or not, this is America, so he has the right and the freedom to be able to do that. And my thing is, look, fix the problem.
But you should cherish that right.
You should, but the bigger issue is let's fix the problem and not the symptoms. Everybody's mad at the symptoms. If cops ain't around killing unarmed black folk, then Kaepernick and everybody else ain't got no reason to bitch. Black Lives Matter doesn't need to exist. Black Lives Matter and Kaepernick is part of the symptoms to the problem. So let's fix the problem and stop being mad at the symptoms. It's misguided anger. You know, white America, come on, man, wake up, man.
Where you at, man?
Man, you've been trying to get a hold of white America's neck for a long
I feel
time,
like Paul
man.
Mooney. White folks, y'all need to wake up. You're sleeping, homie.
You see, there's White Lives Matter now too.
Yeah,
Which is so- which
that's
is
hate
so-
speech,
Yeah.
I think,
It
man.
is.
You know,
that's like it's funny to me sometimes when white people go, you'll often hear them say, "Well, what if white people had a BET like black people got BET? What if we had
White
our own
entertainment.
channel?" I go, "You do. It's called all the other stations."
We got one.
you do. It's called Fox,
right. You got, we got one, maybe two, TV1,
TV1, and BET.
Right,
yeah,
and we need those because if we didn't have them, we'd cease to
Well,
exist.
wait a minute. Y'all got VH1 now too.
Who, us?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought we were like us.
Basketball wise,
and we really
Yeah.
took over MTV too, but they starting to get. At one point, all MTV show was hip hop videos, but
Right,
now
right.
they've gone real multicultural. now.
Technically, you got ESPN also. Technically, except for baseball.
At a certain time of the year.
yeah.
At
Not
certain
during
parts of the
hockey
season.
season.
NFL's
nah.
coming up. You got it all year.
Nah,
man.
man.
Not when there's
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Nah, no way. Not
We gonna
during the
get there.
Indy
We gonna
500.
get there.
Yeah, we're going to get it there, though. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Aries Spears, you're a solid dude, man. Thank you so much for coming through,
Always
man.
appreciate the love. And if I could, as always, follow your boy on Twitter under Aries Spears. For all things free comedy. You can subscribe to my Pandora under Aries Spears. It's free.
There he is.
And also my YouTube channel, Aries Spears. Hit the subscribe button. Put some money in the brother pocket.
There you go.
Hey.
There you
Do
go.
my thing.
There you
Yes.
go. I've been a fan since Mad TV, my G.
I appreciate you, dog.
And
Straight
Pest,
up
bro.
love.
Don't forget about Pest.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
Aries Spears, Cruz Show, Power 106.
Better now. Get yourself a pair at Robert Wayne Footwear.